This turn and switch, much like JD Vance, because if y'all
Very
didn't
much like
know,
JD Vance.
if y'all didn't know, JD Vance didn't believe a lot of the stuff that he's believing right now. How do we know? Because his best friend when he was in college was a transgender person. And there are emails that are specifically stating where he stood on social
Mhm.
issues, and he was on the other side of the fence. He jumped on
Yeah.
this side of the fence because it's convenient. And he
Yeah,
could play that role.
you could just take his words for it. I mean, he was a proud never Trumper. There's
Yeah,
tape. It's you can just take his own words for it.
just take his own work. But like I'm saying, going back, I think this is brilliant because for those people who are just like, look, I vote for Republican because Republicans' policies are what I believe in as a person. No, I don't like them, but Democrats and their policies are completely against what I believe in. And I'm not even upset at those people because they believe that the country should be a certain way from a policy standpoint. And I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, we just fundamentally disagree on what's better for America. But
Right.
at least you had that conviction in what you believe. And like, I can rock with that. Okay. But them having that crisis of conscience, voting for Trump, and then making excuses. Well, he's not really racist. Why would you say that? Because I've talked to some people who have voted for Trump. And he's like, why would you say that he's racist? Because this, and this. Well, I don't know if this is racist. Right now,
Mhm.
he's showing you,
Yeah. Pretty
and you can't
clearly.
defend, yeah, pretty clearly, he's racist.
Yes.
At the very least, he's extremely bigoted. And there is
Yeah.
a difference. There is a difference. But at
Yes.
the very, both of them
But when
bad.
you have presidential power,
Yes.
you can say racist because then he has the
Yes.
ability to disenfranchise.
Yes, he does. So I understand why a lot of black journalists, some of them have come out and spoke, some of them who I really, really respect,
Mhm.
has said like this was offensive because they are a part of that organization.
Yes, yes.
I think from a political and strategic standpoint, this was fantastic. I was cringing and laughing at the same time because
Yeah.
this is what you want. Look, you can't
And
deny it
a and a
anymore.
and it's a net positive for VP Harris.
Mhm.
Like, it was not strategically brilliant for Trump and his camp. It was
No.
the stupidest move that they could have made. This was just it in a time where there are so many in conservative media begging him to stop with the racial and sexist attacks, to talk about literally anything else. Um, this was a terrible move. I just don't understand because he was informed beforehand who the panel was and that it was going to be tough.
He
Like he
no, he got to choose who was gonna be on that panel, and he knew the questions before he walked out there.
So the fact that he felt like this was all coming out of nowhere. I mean, his response to the first question, which dug in. Shout out to oh gosh, I can't remember her name. Rachel Scott, I believe she's with ABC, came out guns blazing and asking him directly about racist comments that he's made in the past and currently. And he immediately, I think he called her nasty and rude. And
Yeah,
he
that's
didn't
what he
even say
does, and it's
hello. And it, that old deflection thing that he does.
well, she coulda
Um,
said hello.
he was introduced,
Well, it was
he sat
I'm just
down.
joking, I'm just joking. Yeah.
First question. Like,
First question, yeah.
yeah, I think it's fair that just because it ended up turning out well for the Harris campaign doesn't mean that it was still a good idea for the NABJ to invite him. So I
Mhm.
definitely understand how some of the journalists feel. I think it's valid. I mean, this is
Yeah,
a sex offender and a convicted felon, and why are you giving him a platform? Like, that's fair.
yeah,
Just
that's fair.
because it was the train wreck that we all knew it would be, and it was wonderful to watch, doesn't mean that it was a good idea. So I think that's fair. I also think you better than me because you say you can understand people who will still vote for him
No,
because
no, no, no. That's not what I said. Let me
Hmm,
clarify that. That's
okay.
not what I said.
Because I was about to
I
say you better than me.
No, I know. That's not what I said. What I said was is I understand people who ride Republican and have
Yeah.
voted for him because they do it strictly from a policy standpoint. Let me give you a clear example. I was talking to
Okay.
a friend of mine, and this person is a friend, right?
Okay.
And we laugh and joke and some of our conversations are absolutely hilarious and probably should be taped and put on air because when we get together, it's just funny stuff going on. If you like that clip, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to catch up on all of our latest content. Don't forget to hit the notifications button when you do subscribe so you can get updated every time we release content. We release content every day, whether it's an actual show or clips from the shows. So go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. Also, don't forget our Patreon page where you can find our Talking Straight-ish and After Hours Uncensored episodes. That's patreon.com/Unsolicited Perspectives. But once again, thank you again for listening to Unsolicited Perspectives. I'm your host, Bruce Anthony, and I'm going to catch you next time. I'll holla.